Memory. Memory is pretty complicated, but without it, we now be able to learn anything. For instance, tying a shoelace, prepare for a test, driving a car, walk back from school to home, and even remembering the names and faces of our loved ones. Memory is a complicated process that involves different kinds of memory, different brain regions, and some complicated biology. Greetings everyone, this is Vinisha, USM second year dietetics student from School of Health Science. So, hope you all already guessed my topic for today. Yes, I'm going to talk about human memory. Human memory is a unique function of our brain that rules the entire human body and activities. Let's see what our psychologists say about memory. Memory is defined as a process which we can re- um, encode, store, and retrieve information. These are the three basic processes that always analogous to computers' keyboards, hardware, and software to access an information for display on the screen. However, this analogy is not perfect because human memory is less precise than computer. Well, I'm going to demonstrate on neuroscience of memory, foundations of memory, and more precisely how to recall or how we recalling our long-term memory. So let's get started. According to the three system approach to memory research, psychology had come up with a useful framework for understanding on how information is stored and recalled. In this three-stage model, information initially recorded by a person's sensory system and enters into sensory memory, which holds momentarily informations. Sensory memory is said to be the first storehouse for information. We have several types of sensory memory and each related to different sources of sensory information. For example, iconic memory reflects the visual system. Echoic memory capture auditory information from ears. In addition, there are corresponding memories for each and other senses. Then this information move into short-term memory, which holds the information from 15 to 25 seconds. Finally, this information enters long-term memory, which relatively permanent. Whether the information from short-term to long-term is depends on the kind and amount of rehearsals that the material is performed. In psychology and neuroscience, scientists have split this long-term memory into two big categories: declarative or explicit memory, non-declarative or implicit memory. Declarative memory is subdivided into semantic memory and episodic memory. Semantic memory is responsible for factual and general knowledge about the world. Meanwhile, episodic memory is for events, memories on events. Non-declarative memory is for habits, formations, and skill development. This isn't just a way of categorizing memory, but they are seen to be different biologically. So, can we pinpoint the exact location in brain where does our long-term memory resides? Is there any site that correspond to a particular memory or memory distributed to different regions across brain? Do memory leave an actual physical trace that scientists can view? A load of questions might pop up in your mind right now. Here the answer. Engram is is a term used for physical memory trace that correspond to a memory. To pinpoint this location of engram become a major challenge to our psychologists and neuroscientists. After a few investigations carried out, they learned that certain brain areas and structures are specialized in different types of memory-related activities. Thanks to the man named Henry Molaison, better known as patient HM, this man had a bicycle accident when he was a kid and developed a severe life-disrupting seizure. Doctor had tried all kind of medications and therapies, but none of them is worked. Finally, they decided to try a radical surgery that removing brain parts that causing his seizure, which is hippocampus and amygdala. After the surgery, they examined Henry and realized that he had a severe anterograde amnesia. He could remember his childhood and his life up to a few months before the surgery, but he couldn't remember new facts and events. He was unable to form declarative memory, but surprisingly, Henry could form non declarative memory. He was able to form new habitual memories like walking to hospital dining and even completing short-term memory tasks like repeating back short string numbers. The case of H-Ham helped doctors and scientists to learn and understand the importance of hippocampus and amygdala. Hippocampus is part of brain's limbic system, consolidate memory, stabilizing them after they are initially acquired. Hippocampus act as a kind of neurological email system that information subsequently passed along to cerebral cortex in brain where it's actually stored. Amygdala is another and equally important part of limbic system which is also plays a crucial role in memory. Amygdala is for perceptions of emotions such as anger, fear, and sadness as well as aggression. Amygdala stores memories on events and emotions so that an individual may able to recognize the similar events in future. As we are in the nutshell, I would like to ask the final questions to you all. Have you ever tried to remember someone's name that convinced you knew it but unable to recall it no matter how hard you try? Well, this is a common occurrence known as tip of tongue phenomenon. This phenomenon exemplifies how difficult it is to retrieve information from stored long-term memory. Well, how do we sort through these vast array materials at appropriate time? One way is through retrieval cues. A retrieval cue is a stimulus that allows us to recall information more easily from our long-term memory. It may be a word, an emotions, a sound, or whatever the specific cues. Memory will come when the specific cue is present. So this is how we recall memories from a long-term memory. Since I'm running out my time, I'd like to end my speech here. And thank you for your time and patience while watching this video. Hope you will get some knowledge on how do our memories work. Thank you.